No matter how bad you're feeling, how fast can you become centered, energized, and in your flow? Coming up are 5 tips to change your emotional state to go from bad to great. We've all had days when something or someone around us has triggered our emotions. Emotions such as anger, anxiety, contempt, hate, regret, blame. Or think of a time when someone just dumped their stress on you and disturbed your peace of mind, leaving you with stuff to deal with. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 tips to change your state fast to feeling good within yourself, regardless of other people and situations. See, emotions are not just things that you feel. We already know that emotions have a massive impact on our health and well-being, but there's an interesting finding by a chap called David Hawkins, who's a psychiatrist and the author of a book called Power versus Force. His research shows that emotions have energy. He's found that an emotion can actually be measured to show a specific amount of energy. According to Hawkins, how we handle our emotions and how we feel on a moment-by-moment basis is critical to our health. He says that this is because emotions impact us on a cellular level in our body. Positive emotions show up with higher levels of energy in our magnetic field, while lower emotions such as shame, rage, remorse can even kill us. So emotions are literally energy in motion. So here are the 5 specific things that you can do to change your emotional state fast. Tip 1, name it to tame it. Get clear about the emotion that you're feeling. It all starts with asking yourself what you're feeling in your body. But how many of us are actually able to identify our emotions accurately and get really clear about what specific flavor of a particular emotion we're actually feeling? You'd think that pinpointing what you feel is easy and obvious, right? Well, apparently that's not the case. According to the author of a book called Emotional Intelligence 2.0, Travis Bradbury has found that not very many people are skilled at identifying their emotions. Referencing some research, he says that only 36% of people are actually able to identify their emotions. Well, that leaves 2 out of 3 of us not being able to get to the bottom of what we're actually feeling. So if we can't even put a name to what we're feeling, then what? Well, that's when we shut the emotion down and lock it up in some deep recess of our mind and throw away the key. But that's a sure way to get emotional disability, not emotional literacy. So, how can you figure out what's taking you out of your center so that you can restore yourself to feeling good again? Well, this is where something called an emotion wheel comes in handy. It shows all the flavors of possible emotions, going from sad or mad to feeling all the various flavors of peaceful and everything in between. So keep a picture of a detailed emotion wheel on your phone and use it to quickly pinpoint what you're feeling. So for example, if you're feeling sad, you might then drill down a little bit deeper and realize that actually your sadness is just the tip of the iceberg. Someone you respect criticized you unfairly in public, and you felt ridiculed, and this triggered some old sense of unhealed shame. So the real feeling that you're present to beneath the general blanket of sadness is actually shame. Okay, so now you know what emotion you're feeling. Just getting to the bottom of what you're present to will already bring you some relief. You can't change what's already happened, but having an insight into what's there for you in the moment helps you to not stay stuck with it. In the immediate now, choose not to give that feeling any more energy and let it go. If it's a recurring theme in your life, then make a pact with yourself to look deeper into it at a later point so that you can heal and release that particular emotion from tripping you up in the future. And this is how you develop emotional literacy. Tip 2, ask yourself, what expectation do I have that's not being met right now? Expectations trip us up. When our expectations are not fulfilled, they trigger upset, anger, or some other emotion. Whether it's the barista at the coffee shop not getting your coffee right that morning, or a friend that you expected help from not giving you the help. We're slave to our expectations, whether we're conscious of them or not. Pinpoint that expectation and give yourself the permission in the moment to accept things just as they are, and then let it go. Expectations lumber you with unwanted negative emotions when they don't deliver. While it's normal to have expectations, and you often don't even know that you have them, it does put conditions on your happiness and inner freedom. So that tip was about letting go of expectations from people and situations. Call these the shoulds of your mind. The next tip relates to your money or your honey. Tip 3 is to take your focus away from yourself and then give your very best to give insane value to someone else. and let the universe do the rest. This is for when you feel stressed, angry, frustrated, disheartened, because no matter how much you try, you're not getting the result that you want at work or in a relationship. Instead of being hooked by your emotions, try this. Move past your personal concerns, your wants and desires, and put yourself at the service of others. Like it says in the Bhagavad Gita, do nishkam karma. It means to take action, being totally committed to the results, but without being attached to the results. So without being attached to the results, do something wonderful for someone else. Sounds like a paradox, right? The point is that the more attached you are to the outcome, the more you push away the very thing that you actually want. Coming from making a difference to others and not being attached brings you so much freedom. It brings a sense of play, and being playful makes you magnetic to what it is that you want to manifest. So tip 4 is to go even a step further and actually see life as a play. The Bhagavad Gita says that life is Leela, life is a play. It means that we are in the play of life in which you are merely an actor. So when life feels significant, heavy and stuck, remind yourself that you are just the lead actor in the movie that you've chosen to star in for the time being. The empowering thing about this is that it opens you up to choice in the immediate situation. The point is, just like any actor, you can choose to change the role that you're playing and the movie that you're starring in. See, the purpose of life is to experience the many facets of our inner being so that we can grow and become a higher and greater version of ourselves. Use your external environment just as a mirror reflection of where you need to go next and what new ways of being you could step into. Nothing is permanent, especially not emotional disturbances. So see life as a play and don't take it seriously. That brings me on to tip 5. Remind yourself who you truly are. Remember that you're not your mind, you're not your feelings, you're not your emotions. The sages of ancient India said that you are Atman, pure, infinite consciousness that lies beyond all of these things. Earlier I said that you are the lead actor in the movie of your life. Well, why not become also the audience and the director of your blockbuster movie? Detach and see things the way that your audience would from a distance. As a director of your movie, direct the circumstances to your liking. Shifting your perspective in this way empowers you. It empowers you in being in charge of your mind. Try out these 5 tips and you'll see that no matter how bad you're feeling, you can switch in just minutes to feeling great, to being calm, centered, energized, and being in the flow, no matter what. Click on my video called the 90-second rule, in which I talk about how to handle emotions to supercharge your life. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.